I'm so excited to be back. Honestly, I missed the team so much. It was an incredible experience, but I was lucky enough to get a few days at home in Sweden with my partner, and now I'm like fully focused, ready to get us some points and to finish the season off strong. Awesome energy. Like the team is just buzzing. When I came in this morning, obviously came a bit early to watch the beginning of the game, but I think she has a plan. I think has confidence and just seems to really be in tune with what the team needs and what the team wants. I think that's perfect right now. Beds were not comfortable at all, but I respect that they were, recyclable, very important, environment first. No, it was so unique. I think especially since New Zealand decided to take a very, very conservative approach, which I respect. This Olympics came during a global pandemic. Tokyo was in a state of emergency. So I think for us, it was a little bit stressful, a little bit isolating, not being able to interact with any of the other athletes, including the New Zealand athletes, really putting our health and safety first, which I think was important. But it just made it a little bit of a very different experience in terms of not being able to socialize and not maybe being able to experience everything that the village had to offer. But it made sure we were focused on the games. And of course, I'm still really disappointed with the results, but what an honor to go to an Olympics to represent New Zealand. I think we played some of our best football, and the future is bright for this team, which, I think is cool to be a part of since, coming towards the somewhat end of my career, having this home World Cup in a couple years' time, to know that the future generation, I think, is strong coming through. The club did a great job of protecting us, making sure that we were able to focus on the Olympics. But of course, when a coach leaves, we were informed. And I think what I will say and what I am most proud of, I think, as an Orlando Pride player is the leadership that my teammates showed here, the calmness with the storm of media and, a new owner being officially kind of inducted while a coach leaves. It was a lot. It was a lot for them. And I think, too, welcoming Becky in with open arms, playing some great football against North Carolina, watching that from Japan. I'm really, really proud to be an Orlando Pride player. And I also have to say that whatever was going on with the coaching and with the games and with results, I felt so prepared for this tournament, given what this sometimes crazy schedule is like. But the training we have, the heat we have, the professional environment, I could see that the NWSL players going into the tournament were super fit, and I think we're among the best performers for our team. So I have I've loved being here again, but I think I have an even more, like a newer appreciation for this league and especially for this team and this club. Yeah, I think with the information I was getting and the relationship I have with Ash and Allie, and Sid and and all the players, I think the information I was getting helped me be involved and give support, and them also support me and tell me what was going on, but in a very kind of calm way that allowed me to focus but still be involved. And I think that's so important because you don't want to miss too much. And too, I was part of the leadership meeting we had last week with Becky and with Barrett and Christy, and just to be updated and be a part of the schedule moving forward and kind of what we want road trips to look like, to be included in that means so much, because I do see myself as a leader on this team and I want to have that role and be involved as much as possible. So I think it was balanced really well. And again, that's saying a lot about Becky and coming in and understanding kind of how we, being away, still want to be involved and be a part of this team. This is our family as well, but still, our priority had to be focused on this global tournament. I think a fresh pair of eyes is always healthy. I think getting a new perspective, someone too who I'm assuming has been following the team and following the league and has ideas of her own to implement. I think coming out and players putting their best foot forward, showing what they can do to make decisions about how we could play moving forward. I think it showed in North Carolina. There was a new sense of confidence, a new style. And I think we just have to keep working with that. Obviously, it's not going to be just all easy, from here on out, but I do think it gives players, I think it's been used a lot, kind of a breath of fresh air. And I think that's so important in mid-season when we started off well, but things started to, get a little bit dicey there. I think having her come in and with so much experience in the women's game, with obviously a staff around her, so much experience, but then having Seb and Lloyd and Eduardo and, some key members of our staff still here, it's probably the best of both worlds. So I think, too, the players are so professional with all of that going around, how eloquent they've spoken in the media, how focused on the games they've been, it shows that this squad and this core and this leadership and this identity that we've been trying to build, which, yes, Mark was a part of bringing that in, but it's the players who are the culture. It's the players who are the identity. And I think we're making huge strides in that from, season.